Our homes really take longer to sell, even though sellers are gaining power in some area. Here's what the latest data shows. Across the entire US, time on market is up year over year. Homes are sitting about 5 days longer nationally. And in the West, it's closer to 8 extra days. In Chandler, it takes on average about 74 days to sell a home the end of 2025. This tells us that the buyers are slowing down and being more selective. At the same time, local seller conditions are quietly improving, specifically for Chandler. Strong month-over-month gain, meaning demand is stabilizing. But it's not the fast and the frenzy market people remember. So here's the shift. Homes aren't flying off the market anymore, but the market is not collapsing neither. It's becoming more strategic. What this means for the buyers and the seller depends entirely on where and how you are positioned. Let's break it down, what's really happening and what it means for you in next couple slides. So let's dive right into this information today. So in front of you right here is the latest Case-Shiller Home Price Index. Most of the US cities saw a home price fall. But the Phoenix area is actually doing the opposite, and it's actually doing it very strong. It's actually number one. So why does this matter to you? This is month-over-month price change, right? So what does that really matter to you? What you are looking at is the Case-Shiller Home Price Index released at the end of December 2025, so about 5 days ago, right? This data track repeat home sales and reflect transactions from August through October 2025. Meaning it's a little backward looking, but still very useful for spotting the trend. Month over month, major USD decline of 0.16%. The national average decline of 0.16%, making it the fourth negative month in a row, fourth negative report in a row. Okay, but Phoenix, look at this, positive. It's not only just small number, positive 0.43%. So jump from third place to top of the table. Only a few other cities avoid decline, like San Francisco, Miami, or Chicago. Those are the big names in the country. And Phoenix, we are even more than those cities. The next chart also very interesting as well. If you look at year over year, now here's look at the year over year price change. Phoenix is still down 1.54%. So it's still down, and it's ranked 18 out of the 19 cities that in the report. That sounds very discouraging, but here's the context of this. Most of the cities ahead of Phoenix are actually slowing or rolling over, meaning that this is maybe the same compared to previous month with previous report, or maybe not even changed at all. But Phoenix, in the other hand, is improving month by month, meaning last report is actually more negative than this. So if the momentum continue for another month or two, Phoenix actually gonna be climbing the yearly ranking very soon. So come back here about 3 months from now, we are going to have the updated information for the last 3 months of Phoenix market, and we should expect ranking of Phoenix year over year price is gonna go up in ranking. Talking about Arizona specifically, let's look at the Comfort Market Index, which is another index that reported locally for Arizona market only. The Comfort Market Index is a very easy number to understand. If it is more than 110, it's a seller market. If it is 90 to 110, it's balanced market. Less than 90 is actually a buyer's market. The Comfort Market Index, or the CMI, show that the Arizona single-family housing market continued to strengthen for the seller throughout December. What does that mean? Out of 18 cities, we actually have 16 cities improve toward the seller. All right, more and more seller across the state, across the county, has a better chance to negotiate a good deal. One city actually declined, and it is Paradise Valley. One city stayed flat, no change, specifically Avondale. The average CMI across all the cities rose 9.7%. This one signaling a meaningful shift towards stronger seller condition. It's actually less than the previous week. The previous week is 10.8% compared to previous week. In simple terms, here's the explanation. The market is still improving, but it's just more at the sustainable pace. Even though it's lower, right? But it's still very, very close to the previous week. What are some biggest momentum? What are some biggest cities improvement? We're talking about Gilbert, 19%, Peoria, 18%, Queen Creek, 15%, Phoenix, 15%, Glendale, 15%, Goodyear 14%. Those are the cities that improve the strongest. Not to mention other popular cities like Chandler, also 8%. Chandler has been like the top 1 and top 2 forever. And this week is still number 2 with 8% increase. These are the areas seeing stronger demand relatively to supply, meaning there's still supply, there's still demand, but more people wanting to have the house in these areas more. That means faster sales, fewer concession by seller, less likely to give up the money, okay, and improved negotiation leverage for the seller. The market condition unchanged from last week. We still have 10 cities that in the seller's market, okay. Remember when I talk about 16 cities improve, that is improved towards the seller, but there's only 10 cities that actually in the seller market. We're talking about Fountain Hills, Chandler, Gilbert, Scottsdale, Cape Creek, Phoenix, Tempe, Mesa, Glendale, and Paradise Valley. 2 actually in the balanced market, we're talking about Peoria and Avondale. And the rest, 6 cities in the buyer's market. Talking about Goodyear, Santa Valley, Queen Creek, Surprise, Buckeye, and Maricopa. Those are obviously the outskirt area. However, even though they are in the buyer's market, their momentum is moving towards the seller market very strong. Specifically, Goodyear 14% increase, okay? Santa Valley 10% increase, and as you know, Queen Creek 15% increase. Even Maricopa, there's a 7% increase compared to previous months. So overall, especially as you see, the Arizona market has been moving towards the seller very, very strongly. So for those of you who prepare to sell or who are on the market right now, hang tight. The transition time is gonna be easier for you to sell. However, though, I just want a little bit caution. It doesn't mean that you can list at any price, at any condition. You still have to have a good house, a reasonable house, and with the reasonable price, with a specific target marketing strategy for your listing. Now, let's talk about the days on market. In front of you right now is actually the days on market. So we're talking about the US overall. We have 5 days overall increase compared to previous year. 2 days in the Midwest area increase compared to previous year. In the Northeast area is also 2 days. In the South area, 5 days, and in the West, almost 8 days. So it takes longer to sell a home in this year, 2025. And here's the chart that shows the days on market of Chandler, Arizona. So you're talking about Q4 of about 75 days. It's actually increased during November and December. Each of the chart here, each of the bar here represent a month, okay? So November and December is about the same of 75 days on the market. So everywhere, it takes actually longer time to sell. Now, a lot of people thinking the longer the days on market, the more chance that the market is going to crash. Well, it's actually not true. As long as there's still demand, it may take longer time to sell. However, if there's still a demand, and when that demand comes in, the house still be able to get sold. So the buyer, it doesn't show the seller giving up the property, right? This is just show that the buyers take a longer time to think about their option, to negotiate, to come to the deal that they like the most. So it takes longer time for the buyers to make the decision. As a result, as a seller, you have to sell the features. You have to utilize the specific marketing strategy to sell and getting the best return on the investment of the marketing and on the investment of the renovation work that you have to do. All right. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching today's market report. And I hope to see you next time. If you do have any question, feel free to ask me any question in this video, or you can also go to my website and subscribe to my newsletter to receive the weekly market update in your inbox. All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.